Beautiful. Night two, boob camp. How did boob camp begin? It all started in a couple of clinics ago, and I was seeing patients after patients. I am a naturopath, and I do a lot of body work as well, and patient after patient. And it's like, I need to give these people, these ladies, something to do at home because I am drained. Like, I can't do this all, like doing all these massages, doing all these massages. These ladies need to do some homework because their bodies are thick, are heavy, they're inflamed, they're in pain, and they feel great after being with me. But how do I make that better? So we invented these gloves. So spiky on one side, rollerball on the other. And I was teaching everybody one at a time, one at a time. This is how you use your gloves. Can you imagine how sore my boobs were after like the 10th person in a day and demonstrating? And it's like even worse when you go to one of those mind, body, spirit festivals and you got your stand and you've got all these people around and like, oh, what's this? Can you demo? I'm like, oh, yes. And I end up red raw, sorest boobs, like not very good. It's like, okay, I need to find a way to reach more people. Let's put them in a group. And it can't be called boot camp because we're not going to get up and exercise and run, but we can call it boob camp because one of the rules in boob camp is women only. And the second rule is yes, we rub our boobs, Leonie, because everything starts at the boobs. Our lymphatic system, all of that. It's all about activating through our chest area with the lymphatic system. There is a bit of a sad side to this story, though. I had a message from a lady, and she's like, Chelsey, I'm really keen. I'm enjoying using my gloves. And I see that you have a group called Boob Camp. And, but I've had my breasts removed. So can I still join? How big did I feel in that moment? Right? I felt shocking because the last thing that I wanted to do was make anybody like this is the group is for women who have had surgery, who have had lymph nodes removed, who are struggling with their health and are at risk of getting lymphedema. Like this is the whole reason that we have this group and we have these gloves and we want to help stop the pooling of stagnant lymph in people's bodies, in ladies' bodies. And for for a woman to say, oh, can I please join? That was a big downer. So hopefully we've done enough messaging around it. But yeah, boob camp, because it's for girls. We do have, I think, two token men in there, like one doctor and Mark Porter, who talks all about parasites and gut. So yeah, it's a beautiful group where we can all come together and speak what we are feeling, share safely, connect with other women who might be going through the same thing. Because when you share your story, there's going to be 10 other women who are going to say, oh, that's like me. I've got that too. But they might have been a little bit scared to say something out loud. So that's how boot camp came around. And we now have nearly 40,000 women in our boob camp group, and we are spreading like across the world. I was very excited. So excited enough that we are going to have a boob camp cruise. So if you want to join our boob camp cruise, come along, meet our practitioners. We've got, I think, 65 women as of yesterday, all booked on. Can we just have the biggest boob rubbing cruise ever? Can we set a Guinness Book of Records? And we can all use our gloves on top deck and we can, get our lymphatic system moving. So it's in March next year. I would love you to come. Please get your tickets now. I think there's 35 left. Let's get down to business. The lymphatic system. I think it's actually your immune system. I think your immune system should be called your lymphatic system because it moves fluid, it filters all of the waste, it cleans all of the tissue, it supports all of your immune defense. So if you fall over and hurt yourself, you fall over and you hurt your elbow and it's a bit damaged, you've got some tears in the tissue, some tears in the skin. First of all, you're not going to ice it because ice will stop the healing from happening. Okay. Ice will slow down the healing. You don't want it to slow. You'd ice it if it was broken and if you're in so much pain, you use the ice for pain, but you're not going to slow down the inflammation. So you're not going to ice it. And then your lymphatic system needs to get to that spot, needs to pull away all of the damage, and it also then needs to bring all of the nutrition to fix it. But what can it do if it's all blocked up here? What can you do if it's not moving properly? If your shoulders are too tight, if you're stressed, if you're wearing a tight bra and like nothing is circulating throughout your body. So your immune system is your lymphatic system. Just wanted to clear that. It helps move fats. Fats. So think about fat. You're eating fat, it's going to your digestive system. Okay. It needs to be broken up. Now, if you have still got a gallbladder, for some reason, Australian doctors just love removing gallbladders. We've had one lady message today and she said that she had a scan done, gallbladder was bad, but she stopped and she listened to me. Her gallbladder is now great. She's lost 10 kilos and she's been using the gloves and the cream and she feels amazing. Okay, so you can change this naturally, but fats, coenzyme Q10 is a fat, hormones are a fat, vitamin D is a fat. Okay, all of these fat soluble vitamins need to be transported around to where they need to go. So if you're a hot mess in a big hormonal like junkyard, of course you're going to be stressed and not sleeping and have hot flushes and all of those things because your hormones aren't getting circulated and your liver's probably a little bit behind the time. So you need to work on your liver and then help the lymphatic system circulate all of the fats. How do you get rid of fat? Do you know? How do you get rid of fat? Through your breath. That's how you get rid of fat. So if your day involves just sitting on the lounge and just walking over there and then just walking over there and not doing much and you're not getting your heart rate up, you're not moving the fat out. So why we exercise is to breathe more, is to pump our lymphatic system so we can remove fat. Okay. My son is heavily tattooed. I've got tattoos too, right? I started with my eyes first. I thought I was like the toughest bitch ever. Can you see on my eyes, my eyeliner? But yeah, and then I found out that once you are tattooed, your lymphatic fluid will never be clear again. Yeah. Okay. It clears inflammation, it helps the body recover, and it also helps the body protect itself. So if you want to protect your body better, you build your immune system up. You make sure that when nasties come along, you know, your T cells and your B cells in your lymph nodes are like, I can grab that, I can work that out, and I can get rid of that. Vroom, done. But if your lymphatic system is blocked and there is a lineup, well, then all these viruses, all of these baddies or these parasites and everything that's in your body is going to cause congestion and slowness, and you're going to age faster and feel 90 when you're only 65. And we don't want that to happen. Your lymphatic system runs all through your body. It runs everywhere. And here's another hot tip. It is not just under your skin. So if you've gone and had a soft touch bullshit massage, which is like this antsy-pantsy little pussycat massage, that is not how we do it anymore. If you want to learn how to do it, join my Lymphatics Alive workshop. We'll pop the link in here. Become a practitioner. We have got the most amazing group. I've taught over 400 men and women. So we've got doctors, physios, massage therapists, Bowen therapists, colonic hydrotherapists, woo-woo women, beauty therapists. I'm going to take anyone who wants to learn how to teach their clients about preventative health and not just wait until they've had their lymph nodes ripped out and then go, oh, let's put you on a machine and see if your arm's gone up any bigger or if you're holding fluid. Oh, yes, look, it looks like it's going up, but don't do anything. Wait 3 months. Come back later. Oh, in 3 months. Oh, yes, it has gone up. Oh, you now have lymphedema. 1 in 3 women who have lymph nodes removed from a mastectomy or having, breast cancer surgery, and having lymph nodes removed are going to end up with lymphedema, which we could stop or they could stop if they actually knew about it. And that if the lymphatic world didn't wait until these women to have arms like a elephant trunk. I'm exaggerating, but it must feel the weight of an elephant trunk. And then go, oh, look, let's bandage you and you know, put you in tight compression all the time instead of doing something to relieve to help the lymphatic system reroute. Okay. Because if you've taken lymph nodes out of this area, it's like an office building or an apartment block that has had toilets, lots of toilets taken out with the same amount of people living there. There's going to be a backlog. And then you can't flush the toilet. So it's going to get stinky and it's going to get full. And then you're going to have like shit everywhere. And I'm sorry, but that's how it feels. That's what I've been told from the ladies who I speak to, which are too many of them, with lymphedema. All right. Because the lymphatic system runs deep. It is all around your organs. It's all throughout your gut, like we just spoke about. And if you have had gastric banding or anything like that, you're going to be able to, you are restricting the lymphatic flow in your gut a lot. And what about our glymphatic system? What's the number one killer of women in Australia? Do we know? It's dementia, Alzheimer's, having too much crap sitting in our brain because we're not sleeping, we're not detoxing, we're not letting our brain go through the proper car wash at nighttime. Our glymphatic system, we can do the drainage, hey? Are you ready for me to teach you how to drain your glymphatic system? All right. You can use a gua sha, but I would definitely recommend you use a brush. And I have got Shay's brush here. It's her Glow Flow brush, Shay Morrison's. And what we always start with is, okay, patting our chest. What does Tarzan do before he saves Jane? What about the haka? Okay, we're opening up our chest area first, doing some nice deep breaths. Then you can use the back, and we're going to tap, 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 tap all of these lymph nodes in our neck, saying, hey, wake up. While you're doing that, grab your thyroid and give it a wiggle and wake it up as well. Just like that. You'll hear it go crunch, crunch, crunch. You go, ah, what is that? It's meant to happen. Then grab your brush and stimulate down your neck. See, we are never going to brush up again. So if you've gone to the beauty therapist and they are pushing all of your wrinkles up, teach them, send them the link and say, Chelsey said you were doing it wrong, because they're doing it wrong. All right, so we're brushing down, down, down our neck first, getting all the tingles. Then see your glymphatic system, you draw a line down your face and you're going to go across to your ear like this. And you're brushing. Now, it depends on how long you've got. And if you want to do little stimulating brushes like this, see how much I am actually pushing my skin. You can do little ones around underneath the eyes. If you are dark underneath your eyes, it means kidneys. It means dehydration. It means that your skin isn't plump enough. It is sitting right on the bone. Okay. So when then we're brushing across to your ear, then across from your eye, and then like I've got a line already down the middle of my face, tells me my left and my rights, and then across and across and across, and then down. And then it's the same for the other side as well. You can use your fingers if you like. When you're putting on your moisturizer, down, 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 across and across and across and across and across and down. All right. That is how we drain our glymphatic system. Super important to do. Good to do before bed. Good to do whenever you're putting any makeup or like any moisturizer or anything on your face. Get in around your jaw. Okay, because if your jaw is really tight, then this fluid is not going to drain down to your heart where it needs to go. So if there's any tightness in your face, if you clench your tooth, move your jaw from side to side, move your neck from side to side, and help. If you are really tight around your shoulders, do whatever you need to do, chiropractor, Bowen, massage to release all of this tight area as well. So does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very much.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So we're draining our lymphatic. We're working on um, learning that our body does not need to hold these toxins and how is the best way to get them out. Can you tell that I'm a little bit passionate about this? All
Yes.
right. We get stuck on working on one symptom at a time because we go to a doctor and then they send us to like the heart specialist or the kidney specialist or the liver specialist or the this specialist or that. Like there are like 10 ists, 20 ists when it comes to our healthcare system. And then that ist doesn't talk to that ist and that doesn't talk to that ist. And then you've got a whole book of papers and then you just give up. All right, because one medication here and another one does this and another one does that. The lymphatic system is connected to everything. So pain, fluid, fat, hormones, gut, skin, the amount of load that your immune system is carrying, brain fog, recovery, inflammation, like everything. So if your lymphatic system is stagnant, your whole body has to work harder. So would you not agree that if we work on that system, we are going to assist every other system heal better? Yeah. All right, let me just check comments. Natalie, I spoke with you today and we'll come over tomorrow. Thank you, Natalie. I spoke to a lot of people today on the phone. I was reception girl. And I was ringing people, and they're like, "Oh my God, Chelsey, I can't believe that you're answering the phone." I'm like, "Yeah, let's have a chat." So it was lots of fun. All right, everyone, let's go. My son is heavily tattooed. I don't want him to join this group. He can't join the boob camp group because he's a boy. Are the gloves for him to use? Yeah. Do you think men are more toxic than women? Do you think that what we've got, they emotionally, right? They don't tend to talk as much. They tend to have the tradie diet, more of the foods that are highly processed, and then the fakeness of the V's and the coffees and all of those things. That it's their occupation. So they're painting, they're around fuel, they're farming, they're around poisons, they're in garages. So traditionally, I think men do carry a heavier toxin load than women. So this is super important. Hello, Christine. I can just see your face here now. Mwah! Good to see you, my love. So yeah, men definitely, and as we just said, all the tattoos and things too. Can I use the gloves without the creams? Yes, you definitely can. Is it going to work as much? No, it's not going to work as good. Yes, get your son to use the gloves. Does it matter left to right? So with the face, we're just going towards the drainage point here. This pick up this wagon wheel area behind our neck, behind our ears, and then down. Okay. Um, Yeah, kidney. So drink more water and have minerals when it comes to kidneys. Um, Perfect. I dry myself. Yes, we're going to talk about that tonight in the same routine. Yeah, I've woken up crazy itchy. That can happen. See, your skin, what's happening on the outside of your skin is an indication of what's happening inside your gut. So if we're irritating your gut, if we're getting the worms and the parasites and things moving inside your gut, well, when you worm a horse, worms can come straight out of their skin, right? So I would definitely look at worming, adding in some a worming routine. Have a look on our website. We've got the Good Gut Protocol. It's a VitaCleanse as well as the Ultimate Fiber and the C minerals. So some really gross tasting products that, if it tastes gross, it's good, right? Do that cleanse out because you will poo and then you will poo and then 6 times you will go, where is this coming from? Like, oh my God. Hopefully you won't have a bridesmaid moment in the middle of the street, but oh my gosh, it will release lots. And you have to do it for a minimum of a month. So you have to get rid of the parasites. So they are stealing all of your nutrition. So if you're eating really well and you're like, what's going on? Everybody's low in iron. Oh yeah, because you've got parasites, going on inside your belly. Okay, so that could be a reason, Kelly. Okay, makes total sense. Yes. How often do you use the harmonizing map? Everybody is different when it comes to when should you use the gloves? When should you use a harmonizing mat? When should you use your circulate compression? Okay. When should you use your Rejuvidome? How about we talk through all of those things because everybody is going to be different. So let me explain to you if you're moving into a new house or you're getting a new rug. We're going to talk about the rug analogy. You're getting a new beautiful rug. You've just spent $2,000 on this thick, beautiful wool mat and rug. So you're going to take your shoes off. You're not going to let the dog in. You're not going to let babies. You're not going to drink wine. You're going to be really careful on this mat for the first month. Right. And then we sort of go, oh, you know what? It's okay. Oh, I don't want to take my shoes off. Oh, well, I'll vacuum it. And then you start vacuuming it. And then after a little while, it's like, oh, I'll vacuum it next week. And then we get a stain. And then, oh, well, it's got a stain. And we treat our bodies the same. If I came in and I started shaking that rug, okay, we're going to get some surface junk come out of it. And that's going to fly up a little bit. And then I can get my vacuum cleaner and I can vacuum that surface mess up. But am I using a Kmart special vacuum or have you got a Dyson? Like, are all of your organs, all of those exit routes, your breath, your sweat, your urine, your poo, are all those exit routes like, woo, open, woo, get out? Or are they, oh yeah, and you're not sweating and you're not pooing and you're not weeing and you're not breathing deep and you're a little bit slow? So I don't know if your body's working like a Dyson or a Kmart special. I don't know how long, if it's just the surface stuff that we're going to have to collect or what's in ground deep all throughout the tissues of your body. And it's taken you a little while to probably get to where you are. And at some day, you're going to have to pay the piper because a lot of people are living on credit. A lot of people are living on tick, and they're lucky that their parents have had good constitutions. You know, if you're into iridology, and if you look into somebody's eyes and they are like full blue and full brown, like my granddads were, you know that they have good constitutions. But guess what? They're all dying. All the people with good constitutions are now pretty much in their 80s, in their 90s, because, we have mated with other people who have not as good constitutions. And then we damage our body, and then we've been sprayed, and then we've had Agent Orange, and we've had all the different chemicals and all this different stuff happen. And you can tell that by people's eyes and the different colors and the different markings. And the more netted that your eyes are shows that you're not going to be able to handle things as well in your whole body. So the moral of the story is marry someone, have babies with somebody with like full blue eyes or full brown eyes. But if it's too late for that, you're going to have to look after yourself better. So when you start with the gloves, I don't know how you're going to react, but I can tell you that it could be severe. It could mean that you need to have a couple of days off work. When we start shaking your body up and getting your lymph going, I don't know what's going to happen, but there are things that you can do. You can start off slow. You can make sure that your body's relaxed. You can drink minerals. You can drink lots of purified water. You can make sure you're having your magnesium as well, potassium. So all of those, you can keep your body alkaline. and just stop putting toxic chemicals into your body and helping it move. All right. So when should you do this? Now. Now. Well, there is no point waiting till next week. If you got your harmonizing mat, when should you lay on it? Now, like right now. You choose what level of PEMF that you want to use. So level number one and I've got the mat and the dome set up here. So we've got one part of the dome here behind me. That has just turned off there. So we've got the dome here. We've got that's the second part. And we've got the harmonizing mat. So the way that I was explaining, I know that I'm just jumping all over the place, but hey, that's me. Frequency healing. Think about a radio. And if a radio is not on a station, how's it going to sound? You're like, and just not working properly. But then you can find a station and it can start off at AM. You can get an AM station and cool. You're going to hear people talking. Probably a lot about like one subject and oh look, there is a flower, it's a red flower, here comes a caterpillar on the flower. I don't know what AM stations, they're not that bad, but the quality isn't going to be as good as an FM station. So then when you change your stations, you go don't you go like you get all of that cracking again, and then you go on to your FM station like, oh wow, this is groovy. It's sort of a bit later, more funky music. The information that I'm getting is more up to date, that type of thing. Oh, that's cool. And you sit there in that frequency for a bit and it's good. But then now, guess what you can do? You can go then to digital. Okay. So there's always different frequencies. We're using terahertz frequency in our sauna domes, our harmonizing mat, and our rejuvenest behind me. Because as we put out a high frequency near your body, near your cells, they are going to lift instead of living on the shit frequency that we are living in right now. And it is really hard. I know you get up in the morning and you struggle because you want to feel better, but the frequency is down like this. So here's a cheat. Grab a mat, use a frequency, let your cells see that something higher exists and jump onto that next station up. All right. That's how we explain terahertz quite simply. That's why I would not live without my mat. If you want to be able to sleep better, relieve pain, get some toxins out of your body. I know that I went away and when I came home, I sat on my mat for 3 hours. The next day I had the runny eyes, not just the runny nose, I had the runny eyes and that down the throat drip. And I was and a bit gross for half of the day. And because that's the harmonizing mat saying, no, get this shit up and out of your body. Half an hour is how long you need on the harmonizing mat to feel different. Okay, to get the full benefit out is just half an hour on your harmonizing mat. Next question. I use my own Ayurvedic oils. Yes, you can definitely, absolutely use oils. Oils are the key. All right. So we use castor oil in our lymphatic cream. You know how amazing castor oil is as detoxification. You know, Barbara O'Neill has made it famous. We were using it in our cream before she, made it famous. MCT oil in here. There are so many different oils. We have, I'm going to read out the ingredients in our lymphatic cream. So we make this here on site. Here in Brisbane, we make 500 litres at a time and we are making a batch a week of our lymphatic cream. So it is made fresh, sent out to you. Aloe vera, MCT, castor oil, arnica, a lot of arnica, so all the healing benefits, frankincense. So frankincense makes sure that all of the other essential oils can get through the blood-brain barrier in less than 6 seconds. And frankincense is my favorite, so it had to go in. White cypress, we have yarrow, rosemary, and where else are we doing? Lemon, horse chestnut, all of those things. Bladderwrack, so we have the seaweed as well, and gotcha cola. Gotcha cola, the number one used herb in South Korea. South Korea is leading the skincare world at the moment. They are blowing everyone out of the ocean. Korea, I shouldn't say that with North Korea blowing somebody out of the ocean. I'm talking about South Korea. What would you normally say? You blow out of the water. Is that the same? I don't know. Anyway, got your cola. We've got that in the cream as well. So, and it feels amazing. And it's about plumping up your skin. So we want your skin. If you're using the gloves and you're saying to me, oh, they rip my skin and they're too dangerous and they're like a knife. They don't, nobody says they're like a knife. I just made that up. But they're too spiky. Okay. It's your skin that's the problem. It's not my gloves. So you need to thicken your skin. There's another thing, thick skin. I'm getting good with the waters and the skins. So start by using it over top of your clothes and just go tap, 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 tap. All right, tighten up your skin. So we've got the lymphatic cream and we've also got our magnesium oil. So we've got here, it's pretty much arnica, lots of arnica. It's my favorite. Arnica, aloe vera, both full with aloe vera, so much aloe vera in these. And magnesium and MSM. So MSM is going to help your cells at a cellular level. My tip is you spray with the magnesium and then you put the lymphatic cream over top because then we're going to get deeper. Frankincense in this one too. Eucalyptus and peppermint. Deeper down into the cell. So you're spraying the magnesium on. The best thing about this is it does not sting. So you show me a magnesium spray that doesn't sting. All right, you will love this magnesium spray because I'm going to do anything I can to get you to buy my products because I want you to feel better. And I want you to send me a message and say, hey, Chelsey, I had this going on and this going on, and I've tried the doctors, I've tried everything else. I'd nearly given up. But then I started to use my gloves and then I added in the cream and the magnesium, and my face has never looked as young and beautiful with your face cream. And now I feel like $1,000,000. And that's the message that I want you to send to me. Okay. So you use the brush, dry, and then you can put your moisturizer on over top. Same as we use the spiky side of your glove on your body, dry skin brushing. The same as oh, thank you. Christine Gray's already answered that for me. For lymphatic drainage, the cream is better. To improve your lymphatic drainage, we're using the cream, but we want to get rid of inflammation. So if you have lipedema, I would be choosing the Lymphatics. So we've still got the aloe in there for soothing, but we're going to bring the inflammation down. So if you had to choose one over the other, then I would choose the magnesium. How do you kill parasites? You can either starve them, which is 12 months of zero sugar, like half a banana is all the sugar that you can have in a day. So you can starve them, or you can put a little bit of meat at the no, they're not going to come out of your bum and eat meat. Or you can eat lots of garlic. Definitely eat lots of garlic, but you can do our good gut protocol. Okay, wormwood. Get on our good gut protocol. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Belinda. I love the body cream. Yes. For the sequence, how is clockwise on the stomach? Yes, definitely. Direction does matter. Okay, so I'm a lefty as well, and Genevieve. So you're going to go to the left, and I don't know if this is like mirrored or something, but we're going to the left in your circle around your tummy. So start with once a day with your dry skin brushing and then move up to twice a day. Just ordered the gloves tonight for my mother-in-law. She says her skin is very sensitive and wouldn't be able to use them. She's going to get used to them. Oh, so yep, she'll get used to them, Kim. Tell her Chelsey said so. Do I like coconut water? There's a question. I am addicted to coconut water. Have you seen my latest story? Is anybody else addicted to coconut water? Well, don't try it. because, oh my God, I am so addicted to the chocolate coconut water, like a liter of it a day, electrolytes, like all the things. Like it's the only thing that I'm addicted to, as well as raving on about lymphatics and rubbing boobs. I can't wait for my mat. Yes, I'm having keyhole thoracic surgery on Friday. I'll use my gloves definitely. And then how long should I wait after surgery until you use the gloves? When you wake up, start using your gloves. As soon as you wake up, wherever you can use them on your body, you start using them then. You do not wait. Okay? Straight away, lymphatic drainage. You'll probably wake up with the scuds on your legs. Anyone been to hospital and you wake up and you've got the compression? They don't look as good as mine, but you've got the compression on your legs. Okay. Hey, Jace. So when you wake up from hospital, you normally have the compression on. They're getting your lymphatic system moving straight away. So you want to do that. You want to rub your chest, open up all the lymph nodes, and help with that detoxification. Yes. So the circulates pretty much sold out today as well. The full body circulates. If you want me to talk through them, let me know, because they on back order. We've got another order on its way. Thank you, Gina, with your order number. Leonie, I think I want a mat, Chelsey. You need a mat. Everybody loves their mat. All right, yes, so let's talk about the process. Okay. Spiky side of the gloves. Do the sequence. Hop in the shower. And as the lady previously said, is when you get out of the shower, I will use my towel and I will massage my chest and then my belly and my legs, and I will dry myself with in the same way in the routine. Then I'm going to spray all over, I just sprayed with glasses on, with my magnesium spray, and then a couple of pumps of my lymphatic cream. Rub it on my boobs first, and then my arms, and then my belly, and then my legs, and then go over with the roller ball side. Okay, starting at the chest, and then I'm massaging the cream in with the roller ball side all over my body with that. If you've got time to do all of that. If you don't have time to do all of that, do the spiky side before the shower, pop your creams on, still good. And then you can use your rollerball side during the day, take them to gym with you, take them to work with you, sit in the car, have your brush in the car. So while you're sitting at the red lights, you can do your drainage. It doesn't matter. You just do it. Okay. Okay, how much cream should you use? Depends on how much your body's going to soak up. Do all the dry skin brushing, get rid of all the dead skin first, so you're not just wasting a lot of the cream. And that's why I like using the magnesium first and then the cream, because you will use less cream. Okay, a little bit of a hack there. So good for wrinkles, Tracy. Definitely use the gua sha. So good for wrinkles. And so with the face biotics, we're using hyaluronic acid, probiotics, vitamins. So there is 24-hour hydration. So we've got some natural products in here called Aquoxal, as well as your hyaluronic acid. But the Pro Renew, so you have bacteria everywhere. This is feeding the bacteria, the good bacteria on your skin. Okay. This is going to last you 3 months, and you will not have to use any other face cream. You don't use any other serum, anything like that. This is all that you need, is this face biotics. Everybody loves it. My daughter used the chocolate coconut water whilst pregnant to help with constipation. Oh, yeah, and I bet you she's still taking it. Yeah. Oh, no, well, I've never had a coffee in my life. Okay. So I don't know about the coffee one. Can I use the gloves during IVF treatment before and after? Oh, That's a really good question. Um, we've done no testing. I don't know. I would just use your hands, give your body some love, breathe deep, because it's all about bringing love and joy into your life, right? So all those positive affirmations can definitely help, and getting that flow happening. Um, I've never been asked that question before, Amy. Can you please send me an email and I'll find out. Okay. You use your gloves in the shower, that's perfectly fine too. Best way to manage skin tags that come up. Can we get rid of skin tags? I think we can. It's toxins that are coming up and out. And you might get boils and different things too. This lady is Pura. She's on her harmonizing mat right now. Okay, if you've got a pacemaker, you cannot use the gloves. No, you can pop out the magnets, but you can definitely not use the gloves. No, not with a pacemaker. Please use the products though. Um, do we need to internally clean the lymphatic as well as the gloves? Yeah. So as we're on the insides, we need to drink the water, we need to flush, we need to have the minerals and the really good the diet, definitely. This is why I bought a second pair of gloves to stay in my gym bag. Yes. Does it work well if you do the mag spray plus the cream together? Put them on together. Definitely, you can put them on together. Yes, and you can swap the magnet balls for marbles. Good work, team. Thank you, Christine and Ange, answering all of those questions. Look at the time. Oh my God. All right. The things that stop your lymphatic system from working, let's run through them. Sitting too much. Who sits too much? Anybody sit too much? All right, sitting too much means that you're going to have congestion around your hips. Your lymphatic system relies on body movement, so you need to move. Shallow breathing. You need to make sure that your shoulders are back. When you're breathing into your tummy, in your nose, out your mouth, I don't care. Just breathe. You can get funky with a, oh, that looked a bit like drugs, didn't it? We don't want to do that. But you wanted to, believe me, I don't do that. Okay. Sally knows. Hey, Sal. Okay, but Batuku breathing, is that what it's called? But something sniffing butts, but Batuku something or other. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Number 3, tight bras and tight clothes definitely restrict the lymphatic system. Okay, especially your chest, underarms, belly. Wear undies that wear the next size up undies. Wear 2 size up undies if you're going to wear undies. Don't wear tight cut off undies. Stress. No one has any stress, so we don't need to talk about that one. Some people just go crazy if they're stressed and a bit psychotic. Nothing is going to flow beautifully if your body is stressed. Okay. Tightness restricts fascia, restricts flow. Surgery and scars. So, any type of surgery, scarring, is going to restrict your lymphatic system and cause congestion. Constipation, we've spoken about that. You need to poo every time you eat. Dehydration and low minerals. Definitely. So if you're dehydrated, you're holding on and reabsorbing all that yucky, mucky, yuck, gross shit. We don't want that. So yeah, have your coconut water, minerals, electrolytes, magnesium, all of those things. And then fake energy. So coffee, sugar, alcohol, drugs, stimulants, that up and then you're down and then you're up, then you're down. Yeah, borrowing energy from tomorrow, you always have to pay the price somewhere. Ultra processed foods, chemical load. Angela, why have you got your hand over the screen? What's happening behind the scenes there? Well, I'm going to tell the story about when your husband hopped into my Rejuvenest. And it might have been after, yes, okay, he did go to a party the night before, I think, and he did have cigarettes and alcohol and all of the things. He hopped in the pod because we're doing a photo shoot. And I'm like, just, Ange, can you just bring your hubby? We need a man. And he's half decent to look at, right? So he's in there and he's buff. He's just got his like undies, like his little shorts on. And he had a session and he came out and he stood up on my white tiles and then there was just black. So there was black on the tiles that he sweated out. And then he's jumped in my shower and he's like, oh, yeah, there's more black shit now coming out in the shower. I'm like, oh my God. Right. So guess what? Angela and Jason bought their own Rejuveness pod because they saw it with their eyes of the difference that can happen. And he now listens to everything that Angela says. He does all the washing, all the cleaning, just after one pod, right? It's mind blowing. Everybody needs one. Always saying no, but don't worry about that part. And you need to sweat. Everybody needs to sweat. Sweating is another exit door and how the body releases. You shouldn't sweat black shit though. If you're sweating black shit like Jason did, there's something wrong with you. You need help. All right. Are we okay? Everybody good? Also, should I shower, bath, then gloves, and then sleep? So I don't do the 3 a.m. wake up when my liver is trying to clear. Yeah, it's a bit of a thing, right? When you got the gallbladder, you've got the liver, you got that whole Chinese clock going on at 3 a.m. Try earlier in the day. Try earlier in the day with your lymphatic brushing and then see how you go sleeping throughout the night. So just experiment. Do you want to talk about what can happen? Like running nose, you can feel a little bit more fatigued and you can have skin breakouts. You're going to pee more. Um, there is going to be a shift happen, and I don't know how it's going to happen. Like I don't, but there will be, and it's going to be different for everyone. You're going to move some mucus and move some crap around. You're going to have some tender spots. You might even bruise. All of those things can happen. Would you prefer the junk to stay in and be toxic and cause chronic disease? Or is it okay for you to go through a little bit of pain and a little bit of yuckiness, and a bit of snot for all the yucky stuff to come out? So we want to drink water, have your minerals, get your bowels moving, sweat, breathe, rest. Rest is also important, but general movement is great. You don't want to punish your body. This is all about loving your body healthy. This is not going to work if you look in the mirror and tell yourself how ugly you are and you hate the way that your arms are and your knees and like there's nothing about you that you like. This is hating yourself healthy is not going to work. I want you to find something that you love. What is something that you can look in the mirror and say, you know what? That third tooth from the left, like it's pretty straight. I'm going to love that tooth. And then the next day you're going to go, actually, my ears aren't too bad. And that freckle, oh, I like the way that elbow is sort of there. And you know what? Might have one boob that's a little bit bigger than the other. I'm going to like my left boob more than my right boob. Like there are going to be things that you can love if you look for them. But if you're looking for the negative, if you're looking for the downer, if you're looking for the hate, if you want to be a victim, poor me, you're going to find those things as well. So I'm here to motivate you to look for kindness, but also take action when it comes to looking after your health. Because what's more important? Okay, there isn't. There isn't. And as women, we tend to put ourselves behind everybody else, but we need to lead by example. And if I'm going to lead by example, you lot can do it too, because I can't do this on my own. I can't make the world a better place for my grandkids without you. Okay, so there's my soppy part, and I'm not going to cry. But I want to thank you all for always joining, always supporting, jumping in, answering questions. Like the amount of ladies and husbands, they actually towed along today to come into HQ here in Brisbane and try the harmonizing mats, try all the compression on. And one husband, he's like, well, she was paying $250 for a massage for a session. Why wouldn't I buy her a harmonizing mat? And then we can all use it at home. And they had their son on the harmonizing mat too. So, you know, it absolutely makes sense now to create a wellness space, create an area in your home. I still want you to get out and about. And the last thing that I would do is lock you up and put a mask on you and tell you to stay at home, because I'm very opposite to that way of thinking. But if you can create a nice wellness space, in your home, I encourage you to do that. If you can raise the vibration, if you can put on some music, whatever you can do to feel a little bit better each day, and helping your body flow and move naturally. It doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long. It just starts with one thing. So start with your gloves. If you can't get your gloves, start with your hands. Follow the sequence. What are some things? Let me know. What are some other things that you can do? You can put your legs up the wall. You can use a vibration plate. You can go to the gym and use their equipment. So a lot of these wellness places now have saunas. I hate going into a sauna now. I don't want my brain to fry. Like I will only use our Rejuveness sauna because my head is on the outside. I have a brain tumor. So the last thing that I want to do is turn that heat up in my head. All right, so that's why I've got my sauna here, and my head is on the outside of our Rejuvenest dome. So what are the other things that, can you think of any more that you can do? You're going to get up in the morning, you're going to rub your boobs, you're going to drink water, you're going to talk nicely to yourself, look in the mirror and say, you know what, you're not that bad. And Chelsey said that she needs help, and I'm going to be one of her women who is going to spread the word of lymph and for better health. Like, you're going to just join my team. So if you can't do it for you, you're going to do it. You're going to do it for me and my grandkids, remember? And the little baby goats that I want to get on my new little 5 acres that like are really cute. And I'm not going to go on about that. But these are all the things that you can do. You can take action. And we've talked through a lot of things tonight. Have fun with it. Okay. Get other people involved, get your family involved. Make these changes like right now. It's important to make these changes now. So, any other questions for me? Hello to everybody on Instagram. If you're new, um, this is our sauna pod behind me. So it has terahertz pulse electromagnetic field therapy. Have a look on my Instagram and you will see a video of the beautiful Josie who has a colonic. She's been doing colonics forever. Colonics is where they stick the tube up your bum and then they put water in there and they massage your tummy and then you watch all of the gross shit come out of your bum. Okay. The difference she is seeing when she puts somebody in the pod, she's getting gallstones. The color that's coming out of people, like the mucus, go and watch the video. You'll find the video on Instagram. It's got hundreds of thousands of views. And she's like, this is the shit that's coming out of people now that we're using the terahertz and we're using the PEMF, and we're shaking them up before we do a colonic. Go and do colonics. You know, what are you going to do to help get the crap out?
Hills,
Yes, babe.
when I was doing the Mel Robbins, when you were talking about before for
Yeah.
yourself, when I was doing the Mel Robbins course, the one thing that she did say is give yourself half hour if you can in the morning, whenever you can, and
Yeah.
just make it about you. Don't pick up your phone, don't turn the television on, don't do that. But the one thing she said is go wherever you got a mirror, go into your bathroom or whatever, and give yourself a high five and tell yourself that you love yourself.
Yes. Yes, Leonie. And I remember when I first started doing that, looking in the mirror and to be able to say, I love you, took me months to do without crying,
Mm,
like
mm,
months. So,
mm,
yeah, you can give yourself a high five, or like I tell ladies to get some lipstick and draw
mm.
a
Love
love
heart.
heart
Yep.
on the mirror as well. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. So, yeah, I wake up in the morning. The first thing that I do is I open up I open up the blinds. So I let the
Mhm.
sunshine come in and I say my positive affirmations. So make sure, ladies, when you get your brochure, have a look around the outside because we have positive affirmations written all the way around the top. So I am flowing, I am open to letting go, I am deeply connected to my body, I am allowed to feel good. I am mysterious, I am intoxicating, I am fun, I am gentle, I'm not angelic. I am
No,
angelic. I am opinionated. I am passionate. I am fierce. I am fragile. I am emotional. I am delicate. So there is so many on here that you can just say. So you've got the diagram that you can put up on the in the wall in your bathroom or whatever to learn. So we've made it as easy as we can. I'm going to leave it as that tonight, ladies. It's been a big night. It's been absolutely wonderful to connect with you all, to rave on. I hope you've learned something. Has everybody learned something? Give me
Yes.
some hearts on Instagram and in Facebook. Everybody's learnt something. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Because I love sharing all of this with you as well. So you're all going to come to Boob Camp Cruise in March with me so we can all get together and set some records and communicate, and actually meet each other because it's important to meet like face to face. We're all going to drink more water. We're all going to do our brushing and just be aware of what you're doing. Okay, that's all that I want. What's coming up is on Friday, 11 a.m. We are doing a talk on
12
lipedema.
was last week.
No,
12.
it's not. It's 11.
Okay, now it's
Okay, so 11 on Friday for the next 3 Fridays. You're going to want to join this because Sarah and Nikki, they both have lipedema, and they sent me a message today, and they're like, "Chelsey, is it okay if we talk real, that we don't hold anything back, and we speak our feelings?" And I'm like, you know what? I would not have it any other way. So please join us if you know somebody who has lipedema, or if you'd like to learn a little bit more, or you may suspect that you have it. Please join in on the Fridays. Yes, it will be recorded and you can watch it again at any time. It will be stored in our Boob Camp Facebook group. So that's the different things that we've got coming up for you. Keep your eye out for any other information that we've got coming. If you'd like to choose a subject and be on here and talk with me on something, I'm open to that as well. Jump into Boob Camp, share your story, share what you've learnt, enjoy your products, your gloves, your circulate, your mat, the dome, all the things that you've got, and let me know how you go. All right. So big love, everybody. I will see you next time. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it and you can now make some changes and have a beautiful big sleep. All right. Good night, everyone.